group of paranormal explorers, our dedicated team travel all over the UK in search of answers. Answers to the question, is there really life after death?
Did you hear that?
Join us on our mission to discover the truth. The land which Berry Pomeroy Castle was built upon was given to Ralph de Pomeroy by William the Conqueror as a reward for his loyalty during the Norman invasion and the Battle of Hastings. The family then built a manor house on the land. The castle we see today was constructed by the Pomeroy family during the latter part of the 15th century and stayed within the family until 1547. It was then Thomas Pomeroy, the last of the Pomeroys to reside at the castle, fell into financial difficulties, and he was forced to sell the castle to Sir Edward Seymour, the Lord Protector and brother of Jane Seymour, the wife of Henry VIII. Edward then constructed a manor house inside the confines of the castle, which led to the mixture of architecture that you see today. The castle stayed in the hands of the Seymour family until 1688, when they abandoned the castle to move to a more modern and up-to-date manor house, and the castle was left to be stripped of all its valuable building material. The castle is said to be one of the most haunted castles in England and has been the scene of numerous ghostly sightings and strange phenomena. The White Lady supposedly haunts the dungeons, where she rises from St Margaret's Tower and moves towards the castle ramparts. This could be the spirit of Margaret Pomeroy, who was imprisoned in the dungeon by her sister Eleanor. Margaret slowly starved and endured a long and painful death because Eleanor was in love with the same man as her sister, and Margaret was far more beautiful than her. There are many other stories of hauntings at the castle, and one that says that if you see one of the ghosts, you shall die. We arrived at the castle around 11:30pm. Investigating were Wayne, Mike and myself. It was a cold night, and as well as being cold, it was really dark. There seemed to be no moonlight and it was really hard to see our surroundings. After we'd explored the layout of the castle, we made our way down to the lower levels of St Margaret's Tower. It is said to be in this room Margaret Pomeroy drew her last breath. Imprisoned by her sister and left to starve to death, all for the love of the same man. We're here at Berry Pomeroy Castle. Shh. That's the very noise. What was that noise? We've just heard a noise in one of the rooms. We're on a downstairs room at Berry Pomeroy. The minute we entered the room, we heard a thudding sound, but we were unsure of where it was coming from. Is any spirit person here in this room with us? Any person at all? Anyone from the Pomeroy family? Please let yourself known. If you can affect our EMF meter that's on the floor here, this red light, if you walk past it, that will let us know that you're here. Can you make a sound for us? Can you use your voice? Can you tap on the walls? Make a banging sound? We'd been in this room for a while now, and we were getting no response to me calling out, so Wayne decided to give it a try.
If there are any spirits present here with us, any of the Pomeroy family, or anyone who used to live or protect this castle, then would you please make a sound? We're not here to harm you, just wish to communicate with you in any way that's easy for yourself. Could you touch one of us, possibly? Can you show yourself to us in light form, possibly? What was that? Just right beside me. Beside me. I heard something next to me.
Or if you're with us here in this room, can you touch one of us? There's a bat in it. Is it a bat? Once we'd seen the bat, I decided we should move on to a different part of the castle. We left a voice recorder running in the room before we left. We are now in the north... What are we in? North Tower?
North Range.
We're in the North Range. It's an outside case building, so that you can see much, really. That's Wayne making the EMF go off. Is anybody here? Can you make a sound in the downstairs room we've just come from? We have a machine in there that can record you. If you're in there, can you make a sound in that room for us? That'd be really good if you could. If there is anybody here in this castle with us, anybody wants to make themselves known to us, they're a bit shy maybe, make a sound in the room downstairs we've just come from. Walk on the gravel that's down there. Walk on the stones on the floor. Or if you can show yourself in the doorway to us. Can you do that for me? Walk past the door for me, please. Did you hear that? Keys jangling. I'm here. If that was you making that sound, that jangling noise, can you do it again for me, please? Please try really hard for us. We know you're here. Can you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I just heard a sound which sounded like keys jingling. I'd heard it 3 times now, but unfortunately nothing was picked up on camera. That was a cow. That wasn't. That was behind us, wasn't it? A banging sound. We're now in the pantry and buttery. If you worked here in this pantry, if you're one of the household, can you make yourself known to us? If you worked here in this room, if you were a servant, one of the workers of the house, please, can you walk alongside us on the gravel, make a noise like this? Can you do that? No, it isn't. Did you hear that?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Why has it not done that any other time?
Don't know.
If you tried touching me just now and made a sound next to me, can you do it next to the person that was stood in my place? Can you do it to them now? It seemed the bat had decided to video bomb us once again, so we decided it was time to move on from here. We were now in the Great Hall, and we asked if there was anybody with us, could they please make a sound. As we stood waiting for a response, Wayne started to hear what he described as the sound of drumming. As Wayne was describing what he was hearing, the camera picked up a popping sound. Right before I say, "What is that?" the camera picked up a faint knock, followed instantly by another knock, right before Wayne says the same. I'm not feeling easy at all about being here. I'm shitting myself. I'm not normally this scared.
I'll say it's the first time I felt scared. Really scared. Uneasy feeling.
I heard those two coughs or knocks, whatever they were.
Those two the first time and then the second. Like, it's like a rock being hit against one of the walls or something. But over the other side. You know what I mean? Like you get that loud echo thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then there was a thud as well.
We had pretty much covered the whole of the castle now, so we decided to make our way back to St Margaret's Tower. Once we were there, we started calling out straight away. If your name's Margaret, and you once lived here, was that you? Huh? Didn't you hear that? Michael, did you? That's what it sounded like. Was it you? Now the same sound, taken from the voice recorder. And here is that same sound, slowed down. Once we had listened to the sound a few times, we all agreed it sounded like a male's voice, saying Marguerite. Marguerite is the French way of pronouncing Margaret, and as the Pomeroy family were French, this seemed to make sense.
Can anyone else hear a drum beat?
Hey,
I can hear a drum beat.
I could hear that earlier.
I can hear it now.
Is that a hole up there?
Oh, well.
To your right now. I can see a long patchy.
Is that all right from a recorder?
Oh, right there. Go sit back here on there. Yeah, it goes, yeah, well, it's a reflection.
I can hear that drumming. Drum, 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 drum. Drum, drum. It's still going.
It's like he's just bringing troops in, you know, or something.
It's something like that. A drum,
It's like
drum.
dum, dum.
Yeah, if I'm keeping in time. Dum, 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 dum.
I could hear that earlier.
I can hear it clearly now. Why? It's because I'm sat in here. It's echoing more. Was that you moving, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay. That drumming just won't go away. Drum, 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 drum.
We decided to move on from the tower, and we made our way back up the stairs and outside. Once we're outside, we decided to call out one last time.
If there's any spirit person here in this castle with us, please make a sound. If you want us to leave, we will leave if you make yourself known to us. Stand still, that was me. Use your voice to tell us to go. If you want us to leave, make a noise. Or show yourself to us. Make a sound for us, we'll leave. What was that?
Before we started the investigation, we wandered around exploring the castle and taking photos. In one particular photo which we had taken, there seemed to be a strange mist. We took this photo seconds before and there was nothing. This photo was taken only seconds after the photo with the mist. Some people have suggested that the mist resembles a woman on horseback. We are not sure, so we will leave it up to you to decide. We arrived at the castle around midnight, and it was a fairly warm night. As we had captured an EVP in St Margaret's Tower on our previous investigation, we decided to set up some equipment in there and leave it running while we investigated the rest of the castle. We set up a camera on a tripod facing up the stairs, and we placed a light-up ball halfway up. We also left a voice recorder running. Before we left the area, we set up a barrier alarm at the top of the stairs. This was to make sure that nothing entered the room while we were out exploring the rest of the castle. As soon as we switched on the alarm, it started playing up. It kept sounding between the two different alarm sounds. Although to do this, you would have to move the switch between the two. It also started sounding a chime we had never heard before. We were just about to give up on using the alarm and put it away, and it started working correctly. We had no problems with it then for the rest of the night, or have we ever since. Once we had set up the alarm, we started to head out towards the other side of the castle, when we heard loud voices coming down the lane. We knew it was other people coming to explore the castle, so we waited to see if they were about to come in.
Trying to work out where they are.
As soon as one of the young lads reached the top of the wall, we shone our torch on him and said, "Should you be up there?" At that point, he was gone, and we never saw him again. We waited to be sure that they were gone, and we started our investigation. Is there anybody here in this castle with us? Lady Pomeroy? If there is somebody in this castle here with us, we've left a ball on the stairs in the dungeons. Could you move that ball for us? Could you please kick it down the stairs? I mean you no harm. My name's Lorraine.
My name's Becky.
I'm Wayne.
Come a long way to visit you. It'd be amazing if you could make a noise or walk in front of one of our cameras.
That was an animal. We decided to split up to investigate the castle, and Wayne made his way over to the Great Hall and the kitchen area, while Becky and myself stayed at the Rampart Terrace. If there's anybody here in this castle with us, could you please make a sound? Could you use your voice to speak to us? You can show yourself to us in light form. As I said before, my name's Lorraine. This is Becky. Our friend Wayne is over there. If you can speak to him, or do something to him. If you're one of the Pomeroy family and you used to live here, please make your presence known to us. My friend's holding a green light. Can you come towards this green light that she's holding? If you come towards it, it will change colours. Can't see. Turn it a little bit. Can you come towards the green light? Lady Margaret Pomeroy, are you here with us? Did you die here? You were in love with the man that was here with it, and your sister locked you away? If you're here with us, please make a sound. If you wish for us to leave, can you make a sound? Although we never heard it at the time, the camera had just picked up what sounds to us like a child's voice. Could you knock on that door for us? If you're inside that building, can you knock on that door for us? Or if you could use your voice to speak to us?
We've come a long way to see this beautiful castle. I'm hoping you might want to show it off to us. Can you walk towards the green light that I'm holding? See if you can make it light up some more.
Should we move on to somewhere else?
Yeah.
We decided to move on from where we were and try a different part of the castle.
This ground floor was a kitchen, the floors above were originally servants' quarters. This were later made more comfortable and used by the family.
North Range. In about 1600, Edward Seymour, grandson of Protector Somerset, swept away previous buildings built spectacularly in North Range, transforming the castle into a stately residence. You know who Edward Seymour was, don't you?
No.
Jane Seymour.
Oh! Okay.
Was her brother. I had not noticed at the time, but a ball of light seemed to dart across the screen and then back again. It's hard to tell what it was as the camera was out of focus at the time. However, a few seconds later, another ball of light goes across the screen. This time the camera was in focus and it can be seen more clearly. Here it is again, slowed down. If there's anybody here with us, please can you come towards us? This red light that I'm holding in my hand here will record your voice. If you speak into it, it will let us know that you're here. Can you speak into this red light? Margaret Pomeroy, are you here? Any of the Pomeroy family here? Where's that wind come from? If you once lived here, please make a sound. Use your voice to speak to us. Speak into this red light. You mean you no harm? Can you do that for us, please? Can you come towards us and make a sound if you're here? Can you speak to me? What's that? Did you hear that? Sounds like keys. Something just flew in front of my camera and it's out of focus, so I haven't got a clue what it was. Thought I heard keys just now jingling.
Yeah, I definitely had something.
Can you please come and show yourself to me in this doorway? Anybody who used to live here or still lives here? Can you show yourself in the doorway? On special occasions, the family laid on great feasts and entertained here. Other times it was used as a dining room and a common room for the household, staff and servants. The close family usually dined separately in their private rooms upstairs. A narrow staircase was built in the walls when the round more frames was added in 1500. If you once dined here, did you dine here in the Great Hall? Can you make a sound for us? Did you pick something up and throw it? Just sounded like footsteps or something. Wayne? Wayne? Oh. Yeah. You heard, seen, felt anything? Same as that.
We sat out there watching the courtyard because we got that mist in there.
Yeah. Should we go down into the dungeon then?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, I don't need to
I just forget. Come on.
turn the man up.
I think we should do the old... What the f*** was that? I just heard an unexplained noise. I wasn't sure where it was coming from, or even what the sound was. I can't believe those people ran off like that.
That's hilarious.
Someone put a torch in my face and go shoot. Was that you?
What?
Woof.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
While I was speaking, Becky and I heard a loud booming sound.
Torch in my face and go shoot. Torch in my face and go shoot. Torch in my face and go shoot.
What was that big bang just now then? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
It was done.
No.
Yeah. We've got a voice recorder up there, we've got one there, camera there, camera there. What was that? We just heard another two booming sounds like we had heard before, followed by a click or a popping sound. This was picked up on camera, but the booming sound can only be heard while using the headphones. However, the clicking sound can be heard clearly. We decided we would try doing a Ouija board. We very rarely use it as we've never had any luck with it in the past. However, we thought this would be a good place to try again. there's any spirit person here with us, can you please move the glass? Can you tell us your name? Use our energies to help you move the glass for us. Can you spell your name for us? It's twisting that. Please, we mean you no harm. If you could just move the glass for us. Just as I took my finger off the glass, I heard a knock. We continued on using the board, and almost straight away the camera picked up an unexplained sound which seemed to reverberate around the room. Almost immediately after that, and just after we finished speaking, both cameras picked up the sound of faint voices.
That's what I mean, I can't...
Now here are the same voices, but from the other camera.
That's what I mean, I can't...
We had not actually heard those voices, and we also did not hear the knock the camera's just about to pick up after I finished speaking. That was you. Can you please try again? That was really good. We continued on with the board, and we did seem to get some movement at one point. The glass moved to the letter G. I then asked if this was the first letter of their name, and the glass moved to goodbye. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
On now. Do you think that's stopped on now?
Yeah.
Is that the first letter of your name? If that's the first letter of your name, can you move the glass again for us? That's by.
Yeah. Where are you going?
I feel ill. You never had it work before. Although I know that neither Becky or myself, who were touching the glass at the time, would have moved the glass, we are still unconvinced by the Ouija board. It was almost 4 AM and we decided to wrap up the investigation. We all agreed that the castle did have a calm atmosphere. However, the lower levels of St Margaret's Tower did seem very oppressive. A lot of what we captured during the investigation was not noticed by us at the time, and only found once we had reviewed the footage. Whether these things are paranormal or have a reasonable explanation, we will leave it up to you to decide.